Hello everyone, we're testing Streets of Rage Remake on the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. Yes, the next platform that I'm going to be promoting as far as my Xtreme releases. I mean, you could have put out a few hundred more and got a Steam box or even a mid-range computer, but I wanted to stay within the realm of possibilities as far as reasonable prices. I mean, $150 is not too shabby for the ability to have something that's akin to a Nintendo Switch and portable and video take on the go, as well as hook up to your TV, kind of like the PSP Slim. Remember that model that you were able to hook up to the TV and play God of War, all that fun stuff? But let's check this out. And a few people recommended this game to me over the years, and I watched a few clips. I'm like, meh. But when I actually gave it a chance and actually played it, I realized just the sheer determination, perseverance, patience that truly went into the awesomeness of this game. Let's check it out for a minute. And one thing I find very, very cool, and I'm a big fan of stuff like this. Like, think of any type of game where you can get upgrades. You can actually earn money throughout the gameplay, and you can go to the shop and buy a lot of stuff. I mean, I remember playing Afterburner Climax, Space Shuttle for $2. I mean, think of any game where you can get unlockables, and it makes each replay more and more fun. I'm going to give you a little bit of a spoiler alert of one of the ones that you can get. You might remember when I played Kari Warriors MSX, and you were able to decimate the opposition, and they stayed on the ground, and their bodies just piled up. You could get 20, 30 bodies piled up on the ground. No other port of Akari Warriors has ever done this other than the MSX port. But in any case, you can even get, like, play with the CPU, which becomes really funny because they're actually taking all your power-ups, kind of like when you're playing Gauntlet and somebody gets your food when you need the food more. Well, let's get into the game here. New game. Let's see what we have here. Okay, got some cool characters here. Who do we want to do? We want to go for just sure power here. Let's go for sure power. Okay. Oh, yeah. This is the situation. We have a patrol car, a helicopter, and several rocket launchers. Remember the game Crackdown on 360? That was one of my favorite games. That's one of the games where I actually enjoyed the demo for the game where you could play for an entire hour. More so than the actual game where you had to do basically micromanagement of your upgrades. And, I mean, you could upgrade, like, any ability to, like, the max level within an hour easily in the Xbox 360 demo. But the real version, you'd be playing for, like, 10 times that much. So, I mean, if you could get the demo and crack it so it's unlocked time-wise, that's the definitive version of the game, in my opinion. Crackdown 2 was fun. Crackdown 3 didn't really go over well. It didn't bode well with reviewers, etc. But nonetheless, I've been a fan of all three of them. We can do Streets of Rage 1, 2, 3 style levels here. What's that? I guess I'll just do this one. See what it's all about here. Stage 1, start. Okay. Okay, right back to the original Streets of Rage style here. Oh, there's one thing I don't remember being able to do in the original Streets of Rage, is run. Remember how many fighting games you remember, like through Rose City Classes, where, you like, Final Fight, Streets of Rage, you could not run in them games. Just look at the difference here. See what other kind of moves we can do. Yeah, usually I'll play, like, the fastest character in the game, but this time I just want to have, like, a Hagar-style character, just, like, decimate the opposition, just like that. Bodies just staying on the ground. Oh, yeah. Got some nice upgrades going here. Yeah, you can see some of the upgrades in play from the shop. All the characters that you can unlock. And, yes, you're going to play inside the Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. I'll have what in my release and stuff you need to run it. I know Sega tried doing a takedown on this, but you know what? Rings are online. They're always online. You cannot take them down. It's permanent. Just like even going back to the Wolverine movie. Remember that Wolverine movie? They had like a pre-special effects edit of it. They did that with the Dark Crystal too, where literally it cut to like a little cartoon animation for like Cyclops doing his like his Raven shit. Oh, no, let's not get hit. I love that music. The same guy did the music for this game actually worked on Revenge of Shinobi as well as, guess what? The Sega Genesis Mini 2 and Streets of Rage 4. As far as like the release, people keep asking me, I mean, one of the #1 comments is, when's the release coming out for a TurboGrafx 16 Mini, you know, PC Engine Mini, Core Graphics Mini, and of course the Mega Drive Mini 2. There's no ETA on any of these. I mean, they're work in progress right now. Could be any time this year, it could be early next year. I mean, just enjoy what you have for now. I mean, more or less, I'm trying to work on getting the Xtreme Core updates done, so we have more cores and all that fun stuff for the Mega Drive, SNES, NES, PlayStation Classic, and of course the Amiga 500 Mini, and then I'm going to jump right into other stuff like Retroid Pocket 3, and of course updated stuff for TurboGrafx 16 Mini, Mega Drive Mini 2, all that fun stuff. And let me know like the last movie you've seen. I mean, I've been seeing some of the more recent movies, like I saw the Fast X movie. I mean, you have to suspend all disbelief with physics and all that fun stuff, but I enjoyed the movie. I've enjoyed all of them, even though they're absolutely ridiculous. I mean, not Final Fantasy, Fast and Furious 9, literally in outer space. Come on now. You just have to suspend all logic for that one. I remember there being a little bit of the Hobbs and Shaw movie I did enjoy, you know, with Jason Statham and Dwayne Johnson, but apparently Vin Diesel was not a fan of that. And I remember, I'm not sure how true it was, but there's a story that he actually pulled the trailer from before Fast 9 and didn't want Hobbs and Shaw trailer in the show. But for those of you who've seen the latest movie, I don't want to spoil much, but it's kind of cool in one aspect. And I'm also going to probably check out the new Spider-Man Spider-Verse movie. I saw the first one, that was pretty impressive, and I have to say over the years, the animated movies that have impressed me the most, that I've been able to watch it over and over again, have literally been like going way, way back to the original Disney's Aladdin. I remember seeing like Disney's Aladdin in Star Trek 4, the motion picture, in the same time frame. Okay? Even way, way back then, I remember going to a theater, like I saw Aladdin, I saw Star Trek 4 Voyage Home, and I saw Children of a Lesser God with Marlee Matlin. And Marlee Matlin is a much more prominent name now because she was in the Oscar winning film last year, The Best Picture. COTD. Okay. And of course we have, she was also a fun character in Seinfeld, the lip reader episode. Coda was what I was thinking, sorry. Children of Adult. I don't know why I was thinking COTD. Maybe I'm thinking of Call of Duty crap. Let's try another one. And I'm also working on some open world updates. I had a theory about why some open world games weren't loaded, as far as like with the PSP emulator. And I determined by actually removing some assets that it's a size differential, because you gotta remember the PPSS, PP core itself takes up 250 to 300 megabytes of RAM, and if you're trying to run this on a mini classic, you only have 256 to 1 gigabyte of RAM to begin with, so you're taking that into account in consideration. And virtual RAM does not really help on this type of stuff. I mean, it's not even like the normal UMD games that are ISOs, CSOs, etc. I'm talking about homebrew games such as the open board even and such. These games actually, if they're too big in size, they will not load properly. That's why you can load like an older Recipe Palooza TMNT game, which is only like 80 megabytes and it loads fine, but you try to use the latest version, it's not going to load because there are too many assets and it simply can't load into the memory without crashing. Then of course you have games like Jennifer and, should we say Akari Warriors. The reason some of them games don't work is because of scripting changes for the end level design. And I mean, I looked at the manual and studied a little bit enough to kind of understand how the scripting changed over the years. And for the most part, you're not going to be able to run like 99.9% of open board games on, of course, one singular open board core, unfortunately. I mean, you can debug each game individually and try to make them work for better or worse on the latest one. This is the playable character too. Then they censored this like character like a Streets of Rage 2 or 3. There we go. See if I can remember the special move again. I think I have to hold like, let me see. Did I do my special move? There we go. We should actually try the CPU thing here while we're at it. I mean, since I have it unlocked. CPU friend, new game. And this is kind of funny because if you pick stupid, they really do play stupid, but pick aggressive, they can truly screw you over. Materialistic, that's pretty obvious. So we're going to do aggressive here. Let's try picking, I find this to be a fun character right here. She's one of my favorite characters to play. And we'll pick her as our second character. And well, she'll probably hold all the power up. We'll try the second stage here. But yeah, so let me know your favorite type of games that have upgrades. And typically, classically speaking, when I get a game that has upgrades, I can stay up all night playing it. Even going back to some of them great Dreamcast racers, okay? Yes, you do have friendly fire here, so you're going to be hurting your friend here. Look at that. And when they're stupid AI, you can actually hurt them and knock them down, but you try attacking this person, she's probably going to take you down because she's not aggressive. We like them aggressive. Oh, a little bit of BM going on here. I'm not going to let her take my red LP too badly chest or anything. You can also throw your friend and they can land on the feet. There we go. It is fun doing some of the tag team stuff in the game. There's also like little power-ups where you can get weapons and keep them on so they'll never expire. You can carry it on to the next stage. Really digging this music for sure. And what is some newer music you guys haven't been listening to? Whoa! There we go. You can't outrun an explosive barrel like the older Streets of Rage Final Fight style games, can you? Look at that. I needed a health more than she's still taking it. Okay. I'm trying to think of some other like bands I've been listening to more recently. I mean, I did get Nick Rose from them last year. Kind of interesting that they have like a kind of like Metallica Black Album sound to them. It'd be pretty fun to see live in concert. Oh, come on now. I do love the fact that you can actually get a little bit of an upgrade here where the OK meter is full power and you can actually utilize your special attack without having your health drained. That's one of like 20 plus upgrades you can get. I'm going to let you enjoy this music for a moment here. It's just a very, very thoroughly enjoyable game. Got a little Ninja Gaiden style Shinobi action going on here with the shurikens. Love that stuff. I do like my Shinobi games. I mean, we have Shinobi on PS2. There's also the Outshine one. What's that? Nightshade? Was that what it was called? And I went back and played Ninja Gaiden. You know, the Tecmo great game on Xbox 360 recently, and it wasn't as hard as I remember. Other than like doing that. The puzzle where you have to climb the big, like, dam later on in the game. The game really wasn't too bad. And I had to say, like, I had almost a blonde moment when I played the game many years ago, where I actually did the entire underwater stage with Elixir. I didn't realize at the time that you could get a scuba gear where you could breathe underwater. So, yes, I went through there, and I'm like, this is much harder than it should be. I didn't realize I could actually get an armament to help me breathe underwater. One thing I've always enjoyed about Neo Geo games is some of them brawlers in Neo Geo games, you can actually like destroy everything, like the pop machine, the arcade machines, all that fun stuff. Look, Xtreme Remake, that is another game that, I wonder if these people had anything to do with Xtreme Remake too. Now that I think about it, since we're seeing that kind of advertisement here. I always love seeing these. There we go, look at that. That's something straight out of Golden Axe right there. We go in the strip club? Oh, jeez, come on now. There should be like a little option for 18 plus, where we can go into the strip club and fight people while the girls are pumping. I've also been watching like the latest Beavis and Butthead, and they've had some very, very funny episodes. I'm glad they came back, and if you go back to the earlier episodes, they were able to restore the lights again, and many of the music videos were back. I have to say, back in the day, Headbangers Ball and Beavis and Butthead gave me a lot of music. Like Babes in Toyland. Remember that band? It was like a Nirvana front style band, but they're a tour de force in their own. L7, which happened to be in like the Natural Born Killer soundtrack. There's another playable character. Yeah. Let's play this a little bit more. Oh, look, we have a multi-path. We're gonna go to the right here. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I'm very, very glad you guys have recommended it to me. I'm just a little bit ashamed of myself for not playing it any sooner. But I've also been watching like some other TV shows like Blue Bar with Negger. Fun show, and it reminds me a lot of like True Lies. Remember that great movie from the 1990s? Then I was really disappointed that they finally ended Criminal Minds. I've actually been watching it. I love it. Shamar Moore was a great character in that show. I didn't realize that he's actually in the show SWAT, which got added to that version as well, which is done by the creator of S.H.I.E.L.D. as well as the director Justin Lin of Fast and Furious movies. So far, so good. It's another show I'm going to be checking out. I'll probably check out like the new LeBron James biopic that just came out, Shooting Stars. What next? The next Jurassic Park movie. Then after that, the Flash movie, of course. I've seen some, like, I mean, what do you think the first true multiverse movie would be? I mean, obviously we have our Back to the Future 2 would be a great multiverse movie, but what are other, like, older multiverse movies you can think of? I've always been a fan of time travel and multiverse movies in general. Okay. Great two-player mode activate game, without a doubt. That sounds like I got a free guy. But yes, you're going to have some more Streets of Rage, aka open board stuff coming in the release. I mean, that's going to be one of the less prominent things. And again, I do what I can throughout the week because I literally drive about 3 hours to and from work each day. I have my other job where I do IT tech stuff. And of course, I try to respond to the messages on YouTube, Reddit, Discord, all that fun stuff as well. And of course, keep it up on yard work. I mean, I gotta cut the grass once in a while. All that crazy stuff. So, real life responsibilities, then fun and games. And I'm trying to clean up my man cave too because throughout the last 6+ years I've been doing like the mini classes. It's been getting increasingly more erratic here. I remember even like last year when I was cleaning up, like doing spring cleaning, I threw away about 40, should we say recycled. I recycled, I didn't just throw right in the garbage, I recycled 40 keyboards. I just took everything to like a drive where they were collecting old computer parts and stuff, and I gave them a bunch of towers and laptops, keyboards, etc. that I no longer need. I was actually going to try to throw them in the garbage, but then I remember that there's some batteries and stuff. You don't want to like toss batteries and have them go to a junkyard because they could cause problems in the long run with animals. And yes, I'm one of the type of people, I do, like, if I'm driving down the road and a squirrel comes out in the middle of the road, I do my best to avoid it. I know some people, if I just go like, hey, I'm just gonna keep driving, what happens, happens. But me, I mean, I don't want, like, even if I see a bee or wasp around the house, I don't spot it, I'll try to capture it and just let it go outside. Respect life. Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, I love the boss music here. And I did pick up the latest Star Wars game, and I find interest in that. Spoiler alert, the Rancor battle is a lot like Elden Ring. It really, it's like a mishmash of many genres. You have like the Prince of Persia, and crossed over with stuff like Elden Ring and Dark Souls and Demon Souls. I still need to get Sekiro. That's one game I still need to play from Software. But I have to say my favorite From Software game of them all is still 3D Dot Game Heroes on PS3. See what my special move is. Okay, Vulture's almost done. Remember the Vulture from another specific show? Brooklyn Nine-Nine? The Vulture. He's a funny character. And I'm almost done watching, we're rewatching True Blood on HBO, should we say Max now, which is it still holds up well. It's got some fun plot elements. Bryan Cranston is always fun as hell to watch that. You see like an earlier, oh look at that, that's awesome. I found it funny that the character who plays Eric Northman was also the Viking in the Northman movie. You know, Skarsgård? Alexander Skarsgård. Okay, awesome stuff there. Let's see a little bit of what the next stage is. He's out cold. There's a door over here with some stairs leading down. And when I didn't drive many years ago, I'd have friends go pick up games for me at the stores, like GameStop. Not GameStop. It was like the old Babbage's way back then. But I remember one time giving a friend money, and I'm like, give me Streets of Rage, like 2, and he ended up coming out with Streets of Rage 3 because it was cheaper. He pocketed the money. Some friend. Oh, I love the ninja style stuff here. Samurai ninja style stuff. There we go. Oh yeah. Now at home here. And I've told the story in some of my previous videos where way back in the day, my friend took jiu-jitsu, and every Friday after school, I'd help him do his paper out. He'd go do his jiu-jitsu. He'd rent some martial arts movies, and on Saturdays, he'd show me martial arts movies. So I learned jiu-jitsu over a period of time through my friend. And some of the stuff we did was pretty hardcore. Like, I mean, we went to the park, we'd have garbage cans, and we'd have to do run and fly leaps where you have your arms up in the air and you land on your shoulders. So you get a full force kicking into people. And it's just amazing using the force factor of a person against themselves. It's more of a defensive tactic. I always love that type of martial arts. And I used to use this, I mean, when I've gotten in fights in school, I mean, stuff like just simply pushing. I mean, you can take down somebody in like 3 or 4 seconds with a tactic from jiu-jitsu. And if any of you know jiu-jitsu, let me know, because it is really one of my favorite martial arts, where you literally push right on somebody's shoulder while you're sweeping them from the back of their foot towards you. And you can take them down in like 3 or 4 seconds. And when I've done this in like fights in school and stuff, I would take this fight and shake hands with the person that I took down. I mean, there's one fight that I lost pretty miserably because this person actually was like a bare knuckle boxer, and he did kind of like the Mike Tyson type thing. He punched me on the left side of my head, right side of my head, left side of my head, right side of my head, and did about 6 or 7 of those, and I was dazed. And I'm like, dude, you got me good. So I mean, nowadays you gotta worry about knives and guns and all that, but back then, it was more like you got in a fight, it's like, oh, at the end of the day, you ended up making up. You know, the person you ended up getting in a fight with is probably the person that you're going home and playing Mario 3 with after school. I remember that movie, 3 O'Clock High. That was such a fun movie way back. It was actually kind of like a loose remake of the old 12 O'Clock High Western, but way back. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this video, and there'll be more to come. Retroid Pocket 3+ for the win.